Hey, hi, hello, Liz here, author, narrative designer, and entrepreneur. We're at a different angle today because I wanted to switch things up and also so I could see my spreadsheet easier. So I'm just going to move this to my big screen and zoom in so I can actually read it. Okay. So today I wanted to talk about how much it costs to publish Friends and Phantoms. For those who don't know, Friends and Phantoms is a book about a 12-year-old girl who can see ghosts. It's the first in a series. The first part of the series is like a trilogy of middle grade, and then it's going to be a duology of young adult, finishing off with a standalone of non-spicy, clean, whatever you want to call it, sweet, I guess, new adult, and that's gonna be Claire's entire like story kind of thing. I'm hoping to write it in a way that you don't have to read them in order. Like, you have to read each series in order, but like you could read, like, you could pick up the middle grade and read it. Obviously you could pick up the new adult and read it without having to read anything else, which is gonna be really difficult, but like I'm hoping I can do it. Anyways, so The Hamilton House Hauntings is the series title. So far only book 1 is out. That's what we're going to look at today. So I have the spreadsheet in front of me and I'm just mostly going to be reading off of that. So let's just jump right in. The first category is always editors for me. So the early beta readers was my writing group, which is the Barry, I think it's Barry Writers Club is what they're called. They're a critique group. So that was free to do early beta editing. I don't really do developmental editor because I'm pretty good at developmental stuff. I normally write the book in a like plain draft and then I add more details after like an early beta kind of thing. I'll add more details and stuff, or I'll add more details and then do an early beta and then add more fixing after that based on like people's feedback and what I feel is necessary and stuff. The next category is line editor, which I use Jenny Hubert for. It costs about, so I'm gonna give the Canadian pricing, but the American pricing is gonna be on the screen as well. So it was $1,710.54. Copy editor, I use Alicia Goodman from Under Wraps Publishings, which cost me $403. And then I paid a proofreader, which was also my copy editor, so the same person, and that was another $235. And then I also paid her to write the book blurb, which ended up costing $112, which brought editing altogether to $2,461, which if you watch my The Vampire's Fall, I believe this is already like way cheaper than what that book was. It's also a smaller book than that one. Like, I think Vampire's Fall was like 50 or 60,000 words. This one was 40,000. So definitely like a numbers jump, or a numbers like decrease kind of thing. And you can definitely see that in the pricing. The next expense was artists, because there are artists' work in the book. So going into artist expenses, for the cover I used Miss V Book Designs, and she was $780 for the cover, which included like the spine and everything, as well as like all the different editions, so like the soft cover, hardcover, ebook, and I believe I also got audiobook. For the headers that are inside of the book, so that's like the little ghosties and stuff, I got a normal edition and the Kickstarter / special edition, which was done by Ethic Tales for $113. And then the book illustrations, so all the little chapter drawings, was done by Satra. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we're gonna say Satra, which was around between $321 and $427. I looked at my PayPal and redid all the math, and it's saying that it was $321, but I could be missing an invoice. So on my spreadsheet it originally said it was $300 US and then $427. I redid the math and it says it's $225 on PayPal, but then when I did all the Canadian math it said it was $321, so I might be missing an invoice somewhere, which would just be me overlooking it because PayPal has all my invoices. For other expenses, so I did a lot of cover spine edit just because like page numbers kept changing for the Kickstarter edition, and then I also had to get a couple social media headers, so that altogether was $757. And then I thought it'd be fun to include the Kickstarter prices too. So for the hardcovers, to order the Kickstarter editions from Ingram Spark was $195. To order the soft covers from JC Printing, which is just a local printing company, it was I think about $90. I don't quite remember. And then the book magnets were done by Cassidy Fitzherring, Fitzhenry. I am dyslexic. I am sorry. And they were $168. So the total of all of the Kickstarter expenses was $454, and the Kickstarter itself made $360. So I was at a loss for $94, which I already knew. So somebody backed the Kickstarter and brought us up to 400, which is why we got the magnets, but then they backed out last second. So the money for that technically wasn't there. So that was more out of my own pocket. So if you don't count that, we would have done, let's see, we would have been net profit of $74, but because I did pay for that, I included it in the spreadsheet and it belongs in the spreadsheet. So yeah, but yeah, that's how much Friends and Phantoms cost. If you want to see how like the difference between how much this book costs, actually let me give you the total first. So altogether, Friends and Phantoms cost $3,782.62. If you're curious about how much this book costs compared to The Vampire's Fall, which is my new adult vicey vampires kind of book, then go check out this video up here, and I'll tell you right now, it's a big difference. This one makes me not nauseous, but it's still really expensive. So yeah, I am planning on trying to find other ways to make editing cheaper, because editing is the most expensive thing so far. I plan to use most of these people going forward. I believe I have to find a different copy editor. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the line editor, one of them. I was really delayed with getting my book to her, so she doesn't want to risk that happening again, so I'm just gonna find a different editor, which is totally fine. I've been trying to find an editor anyways, and I guess we just weren't a good fit, which is totally fine. That was all on me. But yeah, that's how much the series has cost so far, and I am looking forward to making more videos and keeping you guys up to date on how much self-publishing costs for a broke indie author. I hope you guys are having a great day. I am mostly okay. I will see you in the next one. Be sure to follow me on social medias, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye!